Hey you guys, welcome back to another Borderlands 1 through 50 build. I know this is going to be an 1172 character, but I'm going to show you guys the easiest build for this champion, or this hero, I guess, or whatever it is in Borderlands, and I'm going to show you the best way to build Zero, the Assassin. So, the first thing you're going to want to know what to do is what Zero basically can do. Zero is a farming person in Borderlands, and mainly against full farming people that you can do basically that on. Hero is basically Zero is basically one of those people that you want to go and one shot and just kind of grab loot as fast as possible, and he kind of just works that way. Now he does have his own damage properties, especially when you have a B or something like that, but in general he's gonna be one of the weaker ones, but also late game going to be one of the stronger ones, and you're gonna want to grab him and get some, well, pretty good stuff on him and kind of get your way up there. God, I'm bad. So basically I just showed you here what Zero basically could do, and what you can build him to do, and then you guys can go from there. Now in this video I'm going to touch on what you're going to do in late game and level 72 above, because that is going to be kind of the way that we rock this, because my last build, yes, it was informative from 1 through 50 players, but anyways, I'm probably going to have to update that one a little bit, or I'm going to have to get a new video out for Gunzerker past level 50, because that is just kind of, you know, the basics. I mean, what I touched in the video was what you do for Gunzerker after your level 50 is all the same. It's mostly the same in this game, and there's not really much difference in the things that you do, but in general, for the stuff that you're gonna want to see, that is where it can change. So we're gonna head over to the sanctuary over here, and I'm gonna show you guys how to build him. And instead of going in and going through the things that I have here, I'm gonna reset my things and actually have you you know, for people who want to follow along in the build process, so you know exactly what you're building into and what to grab. So I'm going to go over to the machine over here and reset my skill points, and then we'll go into what you need to build and what you need to, you know, have. So I'll open my mirrors here, and of course you're going to want to get the base deception. So the first skill tree out of the 3 skill trees that he has is you're going to want to go down the middle one. Now halfway through the game when you reach bunker, you're going to want to switch and go do what I did. So you're going to walk up to the quick change station, press F, and then press F or E or whatever your activate key is, and hit reset skill points, and then go down the second skill tree until you hit bore. Now, that's just what you saw me do to the bunker, which is bore the bunker, and basically with any basic weapon that you can find, if you hit 3 crit spots that he has, which is basically in every time hit, pretty much, like if you hit it where I was hitting it, you'll hit it, and then you can just one-shot the bunker in one go due to the multiple crit hit chance. But when you first start off, you're going to want to go with Counter-Strike, Fast Hands. So you want to max out Counter-Strike, max out Fast Hands. That's what I normally do. Then go Ambush, Death Mark, then go Rising Shot, Innervate, Two Fang, and then Death Blossom. Now, after you get this main part done, this is the basics for this skill tree, you can hop over to this skill tree and go Headshot, Killer, Precision, Bore, Kill Confirmed, and then you're going to want to slide all the way over here and go to Killing Blow, Grim, Execute, and then you can throw it in any one you really want. I'm going to go with Iron Hand for the build. So this is my base build for Zero. This is what I naturally have on him at pretty much all times. I switch it up every once in a while, but this is what I like to run. So I'll read you through every one of the skills that I have equipped and show you and tell you exactly why they'll be useful. So you've got the Counter-Strike. After getting a hit on your next melee attack, has a chance to deal massively increased damage, which is really good for when you're playing melee Zero. As you can see, I've got a Slag Reaper here, but I've got a melee Moxie weapon. A lot of my weapons have a blade on it, and that's kind of what you want to build on this guy. You want to grab blade items and stuff like that, so you can slag melee and kind of get your shield down. You can get a Love Thumper and stuff like that get the increased melee damage when shield is down, and it works so well. So, and I also built Fast Hands to increase reload speed and weapon swap speed. That's just something I like preference. Ambush increases the damage dealt when attacking from behind or when attacking an enemy who is target someone other than you. This helps you when you're fighting enemies as your team or as you're fighting by yourself, because you can just go into your deception mode and just kind of get them from behind and win the fight. Rising Shot, it's each successful ranged or melee attack grants a stacking bonus damage for a short time. This bonus can stack up to 5 times. Faster weapons can gain stacks more quickly, but slower weapons retain stacks for a longer period of time. This just increased gun damage and melee damage per stack. It's something that's just really nice to have. Death Mark, melee attacks mark the target for the death for a short duration, and marked targets take additional damage for all sources. Also, it's not an easy thing to live with. The Death Mark, it marks an enemy when you go into Deception, and you get, or I don't even think it's Deception, it just marks the enemy. And they take 80% additional damage for all sources and marks for the last 8 seconds. Innervate, while in Deception you activate, you gain increased gun damage and movement speed as well as regeneration health. That's just something to regen health and kind of live faster. Plus, you get 10% gun damage. Why not? Dufang, every time you fire a gun, you have a chance to fire twice. Really good for using deep or a Deepa or anything that is like a SMG or something like that. Fire twice really helps. Death Blossom, that's just a kunai activation. You press tab and it activates. So it by throwing kunai, it does not end Deception and can apply Death Mark. It applies elements and all that stuff to the enemies, and it's really useful, especially if you get a couple hits of like slag or something like that. Headshot, that just increases your crit hit damage, which is really good for killing anything, especially with Boar, which, that's nice. Killer Skill, killing an enemy increases crit hit damage and reload speed. That's also very nice. Precision improves your accuracy with all gun types. That one is just a preference. Being a pretty shaky person when I play video games, I don't have the steadiest aim, especially when it comes to using sniper rifles. So when it goes from 1 to 30, and I'm still using snipers and I still have them equipped in my inventory, I love to have this on there, and it's just nice. Boar, shots pierce through enemies. The shot hits an enemy after piercing an enemy. It deals massively increased damage. Boar does not work with rockets and some special projectiles. Additionally, while Deception is active, your visor will highlight enemy crit locations. So if you go into Deception, you'll see it's like a red hexagon looking thing. That's where you want to shoot to get that increased damage. But with people like Bunker, if you hit where I was shooting, it goes through all of those things at once, which deals the additional damage, but it's like an additional 300 damage. So basically, it just takes that bonus and it 300% damage and it destroys them. Then you're going to want to go for kill confirmed, aiming the sights with your gun crits. You increase critical hit damage. The longer you aim down the sights, the greater the bonus. That's just preference. Killing bullet mass increases melee damage against the enemies with low health. Melee damage plus 1,000% when you have low health. That's when they have then they have low health. So it's really fucking useful. Iron Hand just increases your melee damage and maximum health, and it's something nice to have. Grim killing skill. Killing an enemy causes your shields to quickly regenerate and increase your action skill cooldown for a few seconds. Now this one is just nice because your action skill is down. So if you kill people, you get regenerate and increase your action skill cooldown for a few seconds. I mean, legit, it just helps you get your thing back. And then Execute allows you to jump at the target when Deception is active and press Q to dash forward for a short distance to perform a special melee strike dealing massive damage. It's great. It works so well. So after we got done with that, I'm going to show you guys what I build for weapons. Of course, I've got my double penetrating unkempt herald and my grog nozzle going for me here. My grog nozzle has a melee melee mod on it, so I can, as you can see, it's got the melee blade on it, just so it's easier to use in combat. And then I usually grab a rapier. Now the rapier will always have a blade on it, but it will not always be in the slag form. So if you want to go for slag form, when you go to turn in the mission to get this, you just Alt F4 if you didn't get the one you want and return it, and you should have a chance to get it again. I usually love a Love Thumper, but sometimes I run the Sham, but it's kind of hard to run the Sham sometimes. So and other times I run the B, and it's what I do. Most of the time I don't run grenades, but when I do, I usually run the Magic Missile. But I've been farming Hyperion or Hyperius, so I've got the Quasar for that. Sheriff's Badge, of course, pistol damage and pistol fire rate. That's just something I like. But also the SMD damage with the aggression relic is kind of nice. I keep that on me at all times. But that one's kind of a common to get. Sheriff's relic is just grabbed from a sheriff. Really easy. Then the Legendary Assassin Ninja class mod, melee damage is increased. And holy shit, it's good. Plus you get the extra increases with your backstabs and everything. Other weapons that you might want to run on this, grab any one of the kittens. You got the kittens. The Sandhawk is really nice, especially in electric. I do love the little Eevee on this guy. A Maggie with melee blade. Infinity, great when using Boar. And the Bitch. The Bitch is a great weapon to have. I keep that one on me at most of the time because I mainly farm the bunker on this character, but other times I farm other champions or other bosses. So there you guys go. That is my 0-1 to technically 72 OP8 build. Now, farming and everything, I cannot show you all locations because I'm not going to do that in this video, but if you would like to find the locations to get some weapons like the Bitch, the Unkempt Herald, or the Sandhawk, or even just the Grog Nozzle, I can show you guys all of that in another video. Go ahead and post what you think in the comment section down below. Sorry if I was starting this video. I have had about 2.5 hours of sleep, and I'm pretty tired, but I figured I would record today because I've got nothing better to do with my life, and I'm too lazy to cut things. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did and found it really informative, please leave a like and a comment down below saying something nice about what you think. Or if you have anything like to tweak my build or anything, or tweak weapons that I should get, go ahead and let me know, because I know some people have more time than me in Borderlands and that they think more of, or they know more about these builds. Like always, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye bye.